Have yourself a merry markout mania live on this Saturday morning. And Suze and Pedro here to keep you warm. Have yourself a merry markout mania. We'll review Into the Fire and lots of other things going on right now. Oh, here we are every Saturday morning marking out with you. Faithful friends who mark out with us about wrestling and other stuff too. So through the years, we all have marked together. Thanks to Lucha Underground. Though it's gone, we're all here marking out somehow. So have yourself a merry markout mania now.
Oh, that was awesome, Pedro.
That was awesome.
Hey,
Well done, Mr. Boyd. Well done.
that was great.
Hey, welcome everyone to Mark Out Mania.
I feel like I should be sitting in front of a fireplace drinking eggnog with a pipe in my mouth right now after that song.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Definitely.
Did you say fire into the fire?
That's right, baby.
Into the fire.
Get some chestnuts and throw them into the fire.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Angie? How the hell are you? How are you feeling, sweetie? Thanks for getting up early. Hopefully you're feeling better.
Well, it was one hell of a week in the world at large, but once again, thank you, Pedro. That was great intro song.
Thank you. I wanted to do something because Christmas is this Wednesday, so
Yeah.
you know.
That was excellent, Pedro.
And last year we did a Christmas
so
thing
soon.
before. We did a Christmas thing the episode before Christmas, so had to keep it up.
I feel like I should have worn my ugly sweater. You know, it would have been hot.
Can you believe this is our 75th?
I know we're 25 episodes away from 100.
That is
Crazy.
awesome. That is awesome. Who would have thunk it?
I know.
We were all just hanging out in the Way Too Real podcast chat room. You know, a whole bunch of us. Me, you, Pedro, Zeus, Angie, Melissa, Zero, Chef. A whole bunch of people just hanging out in there. You know, and look, here we go. 75 episodes later. Mark out Mania.
Yeah, the NWA, the first pay-per-view under this new format.
Into the fire.
Really, I jumped on that, and if you jump on, side note, if you jump on the new pay-per-view Hard Times coming up next month, it's only $14.99 until January 10th.
Oh wow!
On time,
And-
yeah.
And somebody said that you get a $3 credit towards something else on Fight TV also.
Oh,
Cool. Okay,
So
that works.
oh.
Fight TV, hosting the. But
That's a pretty good deal.
yeah, overall, if you think about it, you're paying, whatever you're paying for other stuff.
Even if you pay $20, it's still a great deal.
Yeah, and I mean, some people are gonna.
Like
Some people are
in the
still gonna
age,
pay that.
yeah, I mean, in the age of like stupid AEW pay-per-views for $50, which absolutely sucks. So
Yeah, but they're
so like other bullshit. Here you get a nice, easy pay-per-view in a nice setting, in an old school setting with a very hot crowd. It's awesome.
yeah.
Well, I have some thoughts about if this pay-per-view was really worth $20 to $25. To be
Are you
honest,
kidding me, Pedro?
no, I'm not kidding y'all. But
Here we go.
no, hey, I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed Into the Fire, but outside of the last two matches, was the rest of it pay-per-view quality, or was it just another episode of NWA Power?
Well, NWA Power on Tuesday was awesome.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
now I mean, some of the matches were really good. Some of them, were not. But I mean, as far as being worth $20, I think so.
I think so too.
I thought it was worth $20, but I mean, Pedro's cheap as.
Well,
I was going to say,
if it was, hey, look,
Pedro's a cheap bastard. So like,
if it was $10, I feel it'd be a more appropriate price. That's just $10 a more appropriate price. A shout out to YYH in the chat room.
Y2H.
We got Angie and YYH in the. What song did I sing? I sang.
You're gonna have to rewind it and find out.
I sang Black Sabbath's "Into the Void."
Now, I thought that like to start when you start off the pay-per-view and you got Stu Bennett on commentary with Joe, I thought that was he came in with a bang, and I was really digging that. I think he's got a great voice, great insight. He draws you in. He's not talking about college football games. He's not. He is talking about the action that's going on, and I dig it a lot.
And he's into it.
Yes, obviously, he is not bored like some commentators for some people.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Thunder Rosa kind of had a squash match against Tasha Steelz. Tasha Steelz is pretty good. I saw her at WrestleCade. She's pretty good if she sticks around.
Oh, speaking of WrestleCade, actually, real quick, Zeus.
Yeah.
All the signature posters things. They're being mounted and framed as we speak.
Lovely.
Yeah, so because I got to preserve that because those are nice pieces,
Yeah,
so
I need to write down. I need to write down what all those make you like a map of that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because I think a couple of people. I think a couple of people didn't sign it. I thought signed it because I was like, I've been racking my brain looking for the Dustin Rhodes one, and I was like, I'm not seeing it, which is crazy because like if I'm gonna feel terrible if I paid for it. And
I thought I could have sworn he did. I gotta look at it. Once I get it back, I'll look at it real closely. I mean, because I got the picture of it, but
I have photos of. I took photos of the signature, so. But be that as it may,
yeah, but they're just being mounted and framed as we speak. So this way, if they come back, they're gonna look good. So thank you anyway. Yeah. So anyway, Into the Fire, Thunder Rosa. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Hey, so do y'all want to let's go through the pay-per-view in sequential order, but we'll start with the first match and then work to the main event. But
no problem.
But on Stu Bennett, I agree with you, Zeus. I really enjoyed his commentary a lot. I thought he was on both the pay-per-view and on NWA Power this week. I thought he was excellent on commentary, and I actually think he was better than Cornette was, in my opinion.
Well, he's right in there. You know, he's like I said, he's concentrating on what's going on, and I think that's, you know, he just brings that intensity. I don't think he's not searching his brain for 30-year-old things to say to you know, to increase the nostalgia feel or anything. He's you know, just treating it as a, you know, wrestling promotion in 2019, and you know, these are the guys that are in the ring, or the gals that are in the ring, and this is what's going on. This is, you know, this is what's happening. So he's got a great voice for it, you know.
No, he does. I agree.
So the first match was Eli Drake versus Mr. Anderson. How do you say it?
Yeah.
Eli Drake. Mr. Anderson.
Anderson.
I saw him once as Mr. Kennedy back before he started ripping the muscles off of his bones.
Damn.
He needs to stay out of the KFC because you know, like, his pop belly's getting a little big, you know.
Yeah. What y'all think of that match?
It was not bad. I mean, you know, they're trying to you know, build the hatred for each other, and
I think the one on Power was actually a little better.
I thought the one on Power was a lot better.
Yeah, it was a good match. It was good.
I thought the one on the pay-per-view was just okay, but I mean, it was fine. Like, if it was on Power, I wouldn't have had an issue with it.
Into the fire.
But I mean, you know, Eli Drake doing Eli Drake things. I mean,
I tell you like this, though. I like Eli Drake a hell of a lot better in the NWA as I did in Impact. He absolutely blew chunks on Impact.
Well, I think that part of it, he was trying to make you hate him.
Yeah.
You know, now he's face now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got so much charisma. He's so
good. He's good. No,
well, I mean, so many people are good on the mic in the NWA. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? That so many
really
people
is.
Like good promos.
Yeah, and they don't need a damn script either.
Look at that.
I mean, there's no doubt. There's no doubt that, you know, you don't need to do anything except put a microphone in front of you know, Kennedy or Anderson or Eli Drake's face, and just let them go, because they will.
Mm-hmm.
What happened after that match? Was it the promos from Nick Aldis and James Storm, or was it something else?
What was it? What didn't Anderson attack?
That's later.
Eli Drake, and
that was
put
later.
His head in a chair. Was that later?
Yeah. Okay. I don't remember what it was after, but it was later.
Okay. Yeah.
Into the
fire.
We're just gonna all randomly. Someone's gonna listen to this episode, and it's just gonna be people talking, then moments of silence, and any number of us going.
Well, so what was? You know, if you don't have the damn order of the stuff that it was in already, Pedro, how are we supposed to talk about it?
I have the order of the matches, but I don't have the order of the segments. We'll just stick to the matches then. Oh, fine. Thunder Rosa versus whatever you want. Thunder Rosa versus Tasha Steelz was next. I thought it was fine. I thought it was a fun little match. It was like a competitive squad. Tasha Steelz had that promo beforehand. Thunder Rosa comes out all disgusted. They fight. Then you have the little angle afterwards with Ashley Vox. Is that her name?
Yeah. And you know,
they injure her arm.
Thunder Rosa just keeps getting better.
I like the way her character is developing in the NWA. I'm digging how it's developing.
Everything. Her attitude, everything she does in the ring is better. Her look is better. I love the outfit. Even her makeup. You know, the
really
designs
good.
are even looking, you know, better and tighter every time. I'm like going, you know, this is somebody who is, you know, really, I think, you know, got, you know, a great vision and is moving, you know, forward at you know, at a great pace for her career. I mean, there's a lot of people who are kind of they're kind of stagnant, you know, at a certain point. You know, they kind of feel like whatever they've been doing is, you know, got them to where they're at and they're happy with that. But I mean, she just keeps moving forward.
Yeah, Angie, I like Eli as a heel, but I think he works good both as a face and a heel, so he's good. Yeah, he's a little underrated, maybe not, but he does work good as both as a face and a heel. He's a good heel.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa is the best thing in the NWA women's division. I really think if the NWA, if their idea is to do Allison Kay, Melina, like if that's their ultimate like feud they're going for, that's a mistake, like a big mistake. Because they should put everything behind Thunder Rosa. They should put everything behind Thunder Rosa because
right, but they may be using Melina to help bring eyes to the division.
Yeah.
You know, but Thunder Rosa is what's going to make, you know, she's kind of, you know, Melina is the image and the mouthpiece for now, you know, and Thunder Rosa's, she's definitely the meat and potatoes on the plate, you know. Nobody, you know, it's like the, you know, salad looks nice and dessert looks good.
Yeah, but you want your steak.
Yeah, I want my steak and I you know, I want my veg. That's, you know,
I don't think Ashley Vox has a good look gear wise, but I feel like her and Thunder Rosa are like, and now Tasha Steelz are like the best part of that division because they seem to actually be able, like, Ashley Vox doesn't get to do much offense, but she's able to create movement. Like when you saw her with Allison Kay, who is surprisingly not very mobile. Like Ashley Vox was able to create movement in the match to make it look better. So, I mean, they with Thunder Rosa and then those two, you can have a fairly decent little thing if they get more pieces later.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure it'll be a nice build up. I'm sure you know they'll have a nice build up to their story because I think Thunder Rosa's character is great on that show. I don't like the gimmick where she only speaks Spanish. That's hot.
Angie said Thunder Rosa was in the 90s on the PWI Women of Wrestling. I didn't even know about that.
Really? She should have been
I saw it the other day at a Sheets, I think, and I was just like, you know, but like you know, they only had I think Tessa was the only one in the top 10 that wasn't a WWE, you know, and like Taya was way out of the top 10 and you know, I was like, this is just, I'm like, they had like Carmella at number 8. I'm like, oh
Carmella. Oh my god.
I was just like, you know, give me a fucking break. I mean, she's barely wrestling. She's not that good. B, she barely wrestles. I mean, she has spent, I mean, whatever that time period is, was probably, I mean, it takes them 3 months to put the damn thing to bed. So,
she's annoying as hell.
Probably September 2018 to September 2019. I mean, you know, Thunder Rosa, you know, / Cobra Moon, you know, has done quite a bit of good fucking wrestling in that time period.
And now it's also like / Serpentine or Serpentine.
Yeah. So I mean,
I guess Corey Graves must have called the PWI bitch.
Yeah, I mean, on 2 seasons of WoW, you know, it just, you know, it's just garbage. You know, it's just more of their garbage. You know, there's so many people that they left out of the 500 for the men's. It's just, I mean, it's just they've gotten so lazy with it. I mean, it used to be really good, like the first 5 years or so of it was pretty good, but the top 500 and because they only did the women's top 50 for the longest, and like Statlander was like number 99 or 100.
Okada should be number one. That's it.
But yeah, so I mean, it's whatever. But I mean, the world is coming to see right now.
Yeah,
that Thunder Rosa is definitely one of the top women in the business.
I have no interest in Melina. It's all Thunder Rosa for me.
Yeah.
Well, so after Thunder Rosa and Tasha Steelz and Ashley Fox gets injured post match because she runs down to Thunder Rosa kept attacking Tasha after the match. Ashley Fox runs down to make the save, then she gets her arm taken out, and so it's like, she's supposed to be in that tag match later. So, that set up a big surprise later, and then you have the question mark.
That's
with
my
Aaron
man, 50
Stevens
grand.
versus Trevor Murdoch, and this was fun. I thought this match was super fun. I mean, I know it wasn't technically a great match. Someone may throw that out there, but it was just fun. It was just so much fun.
Is it me or is it Aaron Stevens becoming must-see TV?
He's very good.
Awesome.
He's really got a lot going for him. He is embracing his role for sure.
He killing it, man. He's killing it.
Yeah.
He's the first American to get a third-degree Mongrovian.
All right, don't jump ahead to power here, okay?
Yeah.
Well, I thought they mentioned that on the pay-per-view though about
maybe
the third-degree Mongrovian karate or karate. Oh,
how was that match with Trevor Murdoch? It was pretty good, right? It was all right. I mean, it was fun.
It was fun. One of my favorite things from it was before the match, the Mongrovian national anthem.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah.
Oh man,
that was a glorious mess.
Then you had the tag team title match, the Rock and Roll Express versus the Wild Cards.
Cock and balls.
I'm
so done with them.
You don't, James.
I'm so done with them. I really am. I'm done with them.
Their combined age is 127 years old.
I'm saying. Somebody told Robin Gibson to let it go already. He's got more hair on his back than he does on top of his head. Like, let it go, brother.
Yeah,
brutal. I have no comment on this. I'll leave it on YouTube. Go ahead.
It was not a stellar match. Okay, but oddly enough, it's not the worst.
Before we get to the into the meat of the match, the fact of what I have been doing for my campaign for the last 6 months.
Yes, that's right.
Came to fruition.
Zeus is influential. He's an
Thomas
influencer.
Latimer finally ditching the golf skirt. I mean, if
Zeus, you're an influencer. You made him take off that stupid golf shirt. You're famous. Don't you know that? Don't you get that through your head? He had to listen. He said, "Shit, the God of Thunder told me stop wearing a skirt. I got to stop wearing a skirt." That's it. I just saw it.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I told it to his face. I said it, and so
he was like, "Pretty bitch, stop wearing the skirt."
Let your girlfriend wear the skirt.
Exactly. She probably looks a lot better in it than you do.
But yeah, so
and they broke kayfabe, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, but what was not a great match. And
Right.
it was shocking to see the Rock and Roll Express retain the titles. I didn't expect that. I thought it was a surefire thing that they would lose the titles, but
I agree with
Ricky,
you. I
I
thought they
think
were
Ricky
going to
Morton pulling creative control.
I mean, I think the team that they should put it on is the Dawsons.
Hell yeah, now you're making sense.
But yeah, as I said, oddly enough, this was not the worst match on this show. The worst match on the show was Allison Kay and ODB versus Melina and Marty Bell.
oh, yeah, that was pretty terrible.
I have a soft spot for ODB, so I can't, I feel bad for her.
ODB's great character, but I mean, but this was not a good match.
No.
It was kind of weird seeing her do the boob grab thing in the setting of NWA Power.
That's her thing now. That's what she does.
I know, but
she doesn't do anything else.
It's just kind of strange. Like you're thinking about all the episodes we've watched, and then you're seeing this woman slapping her boobs.
But she don't even do the boob moves anymore. All she does is just the grab. That's it.
Poor Marty Bell. She was like I have to carry this whole match.
Yeah, brutal.
Well, like Melina didn't do anything. She couldn't do anything. It seemed.
I
like Marty Bell. She wrestled at WrestleCade as well. She's excellent. I think she's definitely she's got some character to her, and
yeah, and ODB rules.
I tell you, she's another one who I missed her entire career during my time away from wrestling.
Yeah,
So
she's a very fun character on TNA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not great in ring, but
not great. But she was serviceable.
That's debatable, but she was a good character. I mean, and if we're honest, hey, in wrestling, sometimes it doesn't matter if the in-ring is great if you're into the characters. I mean, then you're into what happens. So sometimes the in-ring is not that important.
Oh, you mean like John Cena?
I guess. I don't know.
Because he's horrible in ring, but I guess everybody loves his character.
Well, I mean, wasn't it just kids and women who liked it?
Yeah.
He had that match with Umaga, James.
No, please. Don't go there.
He had that match with JBL.
Yeah. Do.
I do like that. I do like that
meme
meme where people will they'll have something going on, then out of nowhere it's John Cena. Dun 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 dun. Y'all ever see that meme?
Yeah.
Okay. After the women's tag match, it was Aaron Stevens. No, it was Colt Cabana defending the national title versus Aaron Stevens and Ricky Starks in a three-way.
Now, I heard a rumor.
Oh.
Well, after the match. Well, I have to describe the match.
Go for it, Zeus. Zeus?
What?
We were saying go for it. Tell us about the three-way. The three-way match.
No, it was a fun match. It was a fun match.
Zeus is hiding underneath the center hat.
The question mark at ringside was definitely a distraction. He played a major part in the outcome of the match. Colt Cabana doing boom boom things, and Starks is good.
He is good.
Colt and Starks were doing a lot of really good chain wrestling, I thought, in the early parts of this match.
Agreed.
I like Starks. I think it's pretty good.
I
not bad on the mic either.
Yeah, he's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. I liked Aaron Stevens' antics of like hiding behind the Christmas tree and then hiding,
Oh.
like getting under the skirt, like of the Christmas tree as if he was sleeping. And
He's a character, man. He really is.
Aaron Stevens is awesome. He's must see TV for me, man.
I mean, that's the best way to do a damn, three ways. Get the other two guys to beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah,
I mean, it was he played him.
Although I don't know if he's national championship material, because every time I think of the national champion in the new NWA, because I think of Willie Mack, I don't think Aaron Stevens.
Imagine if Willie Mack had been the one losing the title to Aaron Stevens.
I would not be happy. Okay. But the rumor I heard the rumor. Now, I don't know if this is right or is this bullshit or whatever, but I heard that the reason why Boom Boom dropped the belt is because he's been doing a lot of commentary for AEW behind the scenes. And like he's going to do more commentary now.
He did do commentary on AEW Dark, like that they taped on Wednesday.
Mm. I heard that's going to be like a full-time gig. Is that true?
Taz has done commentary for him too, and he didn't stick around.
Yeah, they've been having guest commentators like.
So it's a one shot then. He's not going to sign a contract.
I have no idea.
But I mean,
I'm not saying one way or another, James. I don't know, but like last week in Garland, when they did Dynamite and they did the tapings for Dark, Vicky Guerrero did the commentary.
Yeah, I heard
Caliber and et cetera. Yeah, like Zoo said, they've had Taz, they've had all kinds of people like come along.
Yeah. Well, oh well.
Yeah. But I mean, who, Boom Boom, whatever he wants to do, I mean, it's good for him,
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, as a wrestler, I feel the place that's going to be best for him is the NWA. He's not going to get as over anywhere else wrestling.
No,
the style and everything. Yeah.
Him showing up in New Japan is always fun because him and Yano are hilarious together. There's nothing more fun in New Japan Pro Wrestling than Toru Yano and Colt Cabana either wrestling against each other or with each other.
Speaking of New Japan, I gotta get the results from last night, right? Because they're the first 2 nights we're on already. Are they in the books?
It was just a free pre-show.
Oh, okay.
So then we get to the main event. 2 out of 3 falls for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. The National Treasure, Nick Aldis versus the Cowboy, or whatever his name is. What's his name?
James Storm?
His nickname. What's his nickname? Does he have a nickname?
Save water, drink beer.
Okay. James Storm.
James Storm.
This match delivered, I thought, and then some. I thought it was really good.
YYH, I think Vicky is thirsty for every male wrestler, but that's another story.
I thought Storm was just on top of it the whole match. He was right there. Storm could always go.
He can always go. It's how he's booked, but he can always go in that ring. He's really talented.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, especially with all the hype going into it, how that pop-up show ended and everything, it kind of felt like it was going to be his night. I thought, but there a little bit of crafty turnbuckle rearrangement at the end of the match, at the end of the third fall there, and busted. I mean, he busted his head, not clean open, but he busted it good on that missing corner, and got caught in the clover leaf.
Well, I mean, the story there was he was KO'd, right? And so he put the clover leaf, but it's like a moot point. He's like KO'd. So
he was busted open the hard way. It was a hard way, or no?
Well, I mean, he hit his head hard on that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see the mark, well after the match was over.
And on Power too. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Into the fire.
I thought the story of the match was pretty good. What you were saying, like with James Storm, was dominated most of the match. He was he was getting the better of Nick Aldis in the majority of the match, and Nick Aldis eked out a fall just through sort of by the skin of his teeth, and then the turnbuckle thing and the Tim Storm controversy, the ref controversy thing, because Brian Hebner had gotten KO'd, and which he was KO'd by Nick Aldis, supposedly accidentally, and then Nick Aldis ref Tim Storm is the one who has to stop the match. So yeah, there's all this controversy to play with on going into NWA Power. There was a lot of stuff there. I thought it was really, really good. I enjoyed it.
They did Tim Storm wrong on Power. I'm upset about that.
Hey, hang on. We're not
I know. Sorry, it just reminded me of that.
Into the Fire didn't quite get lit up yet.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
Because then Nick Aldis, went over to the interview booth and started to cut a promo, and then the piano cranked up and Marty Scurll came out, and the world just flipped upside down.
That was hot.
I mean, wrestling Twitter went fucking ape shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was so many butthurt people. I mean, oh my God. That was some really crazy shit. Just
all places, the NWA.
Back, essentially, he kind of, it's like it's unfinished business, and faced off with Nick Aldis in the ring, and that shit was, I mean, I was as happy as punch, and once again, Marty Scurll can be in the NWA for as long as he wants to be, and do whatever he wants to do, and if you don't like it, then that's just too bad. I mean, if he's going to come in and just be there for, whatever this weekend's tapings is and the next pay-per-view or whatever it is, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
If he wants to be there for 3 months, 6 months, whatever he wants to do, it's like, hey, man. I mean,
totally agree with you, Zeus.
Because nobody expected it. And it was a genuine surprise. Nobody had any idea that would happen. And
everybody thought he's going to AEW. Me personally, I think he would get lost in the shuffle there, even though his boys will probably put him over. But still, I think personally, he would stand out more in the NWA with the program with Albert.
Absolutely, and even if essentially that's what we're heading for.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see, let's just let it happen.
Yeah.
But and he may still go to AEW, but he may not. Who knows? I mean, there's a people keep saying people assume so much, but I'm just like, it's just like, when was the last great surprise we had in wrestling?
Right. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
You're right. And to make things even weirder, he did the TV tapings for Ring of Honor that weekend as well.
Yeah, he did the pay-per-view the night before and the night after.
Yeah. So he's going to be on their television for at least a month or so as well for Ring of Honor. And people are like, what is he doing,
Do whatever
finishing out his dates. Yeah.
You know, he is a human being. He is a human being, and he can do whatever he wants to do. He can bring Luke Harper to the NWA if he wants to.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would sincerely mark out hard for that. Brody Lee now. Brody Lee to the NWA. I would mark out hard. Brody Lee.
So, I mean,
I love Luke Harper.
And another thing too is that you know, if you know, like Angie says, it's like if he's smart, he'll choose to stay independent. You know, if he wants to do that, and that's great. You know, then he can also do things like the Best of Super Junior. He can do, you know, Junior Tag League. You know, he can do a lot of things that he's still going to get paid good money. You know, and just like I said, I mean, if he wants to go to AEW, fine. If he wants to, you know, whatever the hell he wants to do is, you know, it's great. I'm not going to begrudge any of these people from doing what they feel is best for them. And, you know,
it was funny when he did the Final Battle Ring of Honor show. Everyone was like, okay, he's free now. He's free. And people were like, the big debate was like, everyone's like, he's coming to AEW, like on the boards and all that kind of stuff. And then a few people were like, I hope he goes to NXT just to piss all the AEW fans off and all this stuff. And no one was like saying, you know, NWA or do more Ring of Honor TV. No one thought either of those things. And then that's what he's done. It's like you said, it was a great surprise. No one saw it coming.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, it was a meltdown on Twitter, man. It really was.
Scroll.
So then, of course,
I'm glad he didn't end up at NXT. I'm glad he didn't end up there.
Yeah.
Oh, real fast. I just wanted to say, so Nick Aldis had that match with James Storm, and he rolls out of the ring and he goes to cut that promo. And I was thinking, like, this is such a good promo. How is he doing this when he just finished wrestling this 2 out of 3 falls match? Like, how does he keep all this in his head? I thought that was. He's a super promo, I think. I just thought that
I'll give Aldis credit because I was the first guy who said when the NWA, I thought the NWA champion, if it was Cody Rhodes, because he brought name recognition to that belt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he carried it. You know, everybody, I was into it then. And when Aldis, you know, had the strap in the beginning, I was like, I'm not feeling it. I have to say, Aldis is the man. He's turned it around. He's gotten everybody's attention. He's gotten better on the stick. He was always good in the ring, but he's gotten better in the ring. You know, he paces himself better. He tells better stories now, you know, because he's not he's just gotten better overall. And you know, I think he's doing it. And you know what? I want him to keep the 10 pounds of gold now. I want everybody to chase him. I want him to go turn into a big heel. I want everybody to chase him for the belt. I'm digging it. Into the fire. I'm digging it.
Yeah. We I agree. I'm with you, James, that I was the same way. I thought they should have kept the belt on Cody last year.
Yeah.
And it was like it was kind of like Nick Aldis. Like I remember thinking they should have kept the belt on Tim Storm because he was getting over via those 10 pound of gold episodes.
Yeah.
Like he was making an actual connection with the people who were watching those web shows. And then they put it on Nick Aldis, and it was like, Magnus, the TNA guy, and wasn't feeling it. But it seems like from that Crockett Cup match with Marty Skrull, and then through NWA Power, he just has won all of us over. I'm with you. I want him to stay champion for a while, or at least if he loses it, to get it back in the future.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that he might be that, you know, this kind of, you know, Harley Race, you know, Ric Flair kind of, you know, the guy to take the belt off of and to get it back, you know, for, you know, maybe, you know, the better part of the next decade. You know,
yeah, I don't see why not.
Hey, Angie, thanks for stopping by. Get more sleep, get more rest, and we'll see you next week.
Woo, woo.
Yeah, and you feel better, man. We can't wait to have you on next week, man. Okay, you just feel better. Take it easy, and thanks for getting up early on the left side, over on the left coast. Into the fire.
But I mean, you know, and I mean, I've thought, you know, since I started, you know, getting back into the NWA, that, you know, the Aldous was, you know, he was that kind of, you know, NWA, you know, champion. You know,
Yeah.
he had that feel. And I, you know, I still maintain that, you know, he does have that. And
Well,
you know, he's
when I saw him at that Ring of Honor show, that's when that's when they first announced the him and scroll thing for the Crockett Cup. I was saying then, I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna give this guy a chance. You know, let's see if I can buy into this. And you know what? I started believing from there. I'm like, all right, you know, okay. And he's gotten so much better. And you know, and just I think you're right. I think he could be that guy where, you know, like he could be this. I mean, obviously he's not on par with Race or Flair, but he can be this generation's version of it. You know, I mean, he can be. He can.
yeah. I mean, he's got his own identity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not really somebody else. You know, you know, I think that's you know, I think that's he's got a good established NWA type of character, and he's solid. You know, ring wise, he's very solid. You know, I've gotten to see him wrestle several times live.
Yeah, you saw him at the Crockett Cup.
Yeah, saw Crockett Cup. I saw last year WrestleCade against Jake Hager.
Oh,
This year at WrestleCade with the Rock and Roll Express, and then also the next day at AML the day after, you know, against King Shane, and that was the match where some jackass. I don't even know if I told you guys, but some jackass pulled the fire alarm.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
During that match. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulled the fire
I read
alarm
about that.
in the convention center.
Yeah. I read about
apparently there is some that it happened again somewhere else at some show here, like this past week. Some asshole did that too, and so
there's always going to be an
hope
asshole in the crowd.
right? You know, I hope that doesn't become a trend, because, you know, I hope if you do that, you know, you get sent to jail for pulling a damn fire alarm. But like, nobody got up, like nobody was buying it. You know, everybody just kept sitting there watching the match.
It was a work.
Yeah, everybody's like, yeah. we're not getting them, you know, emptying this. But
and the belt looks good on Aldous too, because it does.
Yeah,
he actually looks good as the champ.
And he dresses like a champion. He's got the NWA Power kerchief, and you know, square in his suit.
Oh,
as we saw in NWA Power.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Are we moving on to Power now?
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to Power.
Yeah. I like the fact that Thunder Rosa was standing outside the curtain where what was it? Eli Jacobs cut his promo in the beginning.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Right? Yeah. She was just standing there. She had this mean face on, so it was kind of cool how they did that.
Yeah. Okay, I think when his promo was over, she was like standing there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she was in that badass like kind of leather and
all black leather outfit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cool outfit.
Oh yeah.
It made her look like she's gonna fuck someone up. Like
Eli Jake had a good promo. That was when he's doing the voice gimmick.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's putting over the
right now.
Yeah, he's putting over the damage to his throat.
Which he should, because I mean, there's nothing better than somebody getting their head slammed into the turnbuckle while there's a chair wrapped around their neck. I mean, that, how many times have you seen that? And then there's no follow through. There's no repercussions.
Oh, I agree. That was actually a pretty good spot, by the way. I thought that spot was good.
Yeah.
You know.
The beginning. They showed the Marty Scurll come in, and then they had they brought Aaron Stevens in with the Mongrovian black belt.
Oh yeah,
the third degree national champion
with the 3 stripes on the belt. That was hot.
Yeah. Now, something that I think a lot of people don't understand, when someone gets a black belt that quickly, it's one of two things. They either paid money for it, or they're highly adept at it. Now, according to Aaron Stevens, in an interview from August 2015, he has said that from age 5 to age 16, he was taking in a sense, essentially is mantis style kung fu. So he was taking that, according to him, for 11 years. So that might have made him an easy transition into Mongrovian karate, and it explains why he was able to get his third dan so quickly, which is, who knows?
I'm loving it, though, Zeus.
I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of Mongrovian karate.
I think it's awesome.
And then
karate.
Yeah, the karate.
And then Boom Boom came out because he's upset about this, about being screwed over, and the genuine. I mean, you could just feel it. It's butt hurt. There's no other way to describe it. But Boom Boom was definitely butt hurt that he lost his national title.
Yeah, he wasn't happy. He was upset at a question mark too.
To Aaron Stevens, and he, I feel I'd love to see more of this because, it was fun. The whole thing that they're doing with that and them,
him and the question mark involved too. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
So,
hey, I had no idea about this, but apparently, their next pay-per-view, the NWA Hard Times, it's sold out in 3 hours. Granted, it's a small venue, but
but still, I mean, it's what they're working with.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So exactly, I mean, it's and I mean, nobody's making pretend, issues about, well, we sold out what was available. Look, that they only have X amount of seats at this studio. I mean, we can see pretty much sometime during the show, you're going to see pretty much exactly everybody that's that's there to watch the show.
I would hate to try to buy tickets to that because you gotta be like online with your laptop, your tablet, your phone, your desktop, everything at the same time just to get tickets. Because I'm sure the wait's like ridiculous.
Oh yeah. So, hey, and let me tell you something too, James. Hopefully we'll be able to get tickets to the these New Japan shows coming up.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking the same thing. I was like, holy shit, I was like, I mean, it's going to be savage trying to get tickets because I don't know how big the venues are going to be.
Yeah. So, then after the deal with Colt Cabana, Thunder Rosa,
yes.
And then Melina come in, and then Ashley Vox attacked him.
I was waiting for Melina to bust her ass in those heels.
Yeah, and then because those are definitely not ass kicking boots she wore.
No.
And then ODB and Allison Kay came to make the save.
And then they had a backstage segment with Marty Bell where they're like, "Where were you?" And
yeah, that was kind of cool.
She's like, "Bitch, I'm on Instagram." You know.
Is it? Let me ask you guys a question. Is it me or is like Allison Kay not doing it for you?
No, I have been complaining about her for how long, James?
I
5
know,
years?
a long time. A long time.
She's
yeah, but
terrible.
in this storyline, I was trying to give it a chance. Like, I was trying to give it a shot. It's just, but she's just not doing it for me.
Look, the NWA made a mistake, in my opinion, in like not putting the title onto Thunder Rosa as soon as possible. Like at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, Pedro, give us some build up.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, she's terrible. I mean, she's terrible on the mic. She's not cutting any good promos. She doesn't really have a discernible character. She had a more discernible character on TNA Impact than she did here.
I'm trying to give her a shot. I'm trying not to go to
bitch.
Allison Kay's character is being a bitch.
Yeah, she's a bitch. I mean, she's not.
But that's not really. Nice. That's not.
She's
really...
not admirable. She was talking down Marty Bell, and then Marty Bell joins, Thunder Rosa and Melina. It's like, well, this is what you get for being a bitch to your friend. It's like because that Marty Bell's her debut was full of left-handed comments from Allison Kay. It's like, oh, I'm glad she's here. She's not on my level,
right?
But
right,
she's
exactly.
my friend. It's like,
was she supposed to give her a title shot?
Well, she was saying that she would have to earn it and all that stuff, and she's like, it was very she was being very condescending to her friend. And then Marty Bell started getting tired of it, and she started saying, speaking her mind about it, which was just stating the truth. And then Allison Kay's like, well, you shouldn't be airing this stuff out loud. If you got a problem, you can come talk to me. It's like, bitch, you were talking to the camera about me.
Yeah, I remember.
And so that she's the bitch.
Oh my God. She's the bitch.
She's a bitch.
I mean,
she's not even the bitch. She's a bitch. She's a bitch.
The only thing she does besides like her weird skunk hair thing is she does the pinky up thing, which is, I mean, it's not really
that doesn't make any sense to anybody.
Right? It's not a character trait. It's just like, here's this thing I'm doing, and you're like, okay. But let's move on. Since we're running out of time, let's move on. Big mark out moment, because they had a three-way match to determine a spot on the television title tournament, and you had Zicky Dice, you had Sal Renaro, and you had C.W. Anderson.
Yes, Anderson. The other Anderson.
No. ECW Anderson.
There you go. I was waiting for somebody to say it.
That's right.
ECW. CW Anderson. I was a little upset that he didn't go over, but I know he wasn't there for that. So
yeah, I was very upset about that. But at least he didn't get pinned.
Yeah, true.
Ricky Dice is a colorful, loud motherfucker.
No, I'm not. I haven't brought into him yet. No.
He is.
He was pretty colorful. I
mean, he's not there to be. He's there to be a really loud jerk, and he's doing a great job of that. So
I'm not impressed.
He's gonna be. I think he's gonna be fun to hate.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
The new Gumby? I don't know. We'll see.
Post match, is that when they announced who all was in the tournament, or was that later?
I did that. No, that was right after the match. Didn't they do that?
Yes, it was. Yeah, they did. They did talk about the rest of the. Oh no, the Dawsons. The Dawsons came out. The Dawsons came out. Interrupted Dice.
Yeah, then they said we got the real story. We're gonna give you the
Right.
scoop, and then the wild card's like, shut up. And
that's when everybody started coming out, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it was after that.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah, they did a promo recap of Marty Skrull.
Right. There you go.
And then Eddie Kingston came out and joined him on a commentary for the Rock and Roll Express against Zach Mosley and Sean Sims.
Cock and balls doing squash matches.
Yeah, that was a super short squash match.
I wouldn't mind seeing Eddie Kingston, more of Eddie Kingston on commentary. He wasn't bad.
Yeah, he's great at running his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, as Pedro said, NWA full of guys that can talk.
Yeah.
And then the the wild card, attack the Dawsons, and then they said that the Dawsons are liars, and so was Santa Claus, and then Josephus Santa showed up, and
that was awesome. The Dawsons turning face?
Maybe ish, face ish,
face ish,
yeah, maybe. And then they replayed James Storm's post-match interview, and then they brought out the field for the TV title.
Right.
And TV title matches will be 6 minutes and 5 seconds long.
That is awesome how they said that. Is so awesome. I kind of marked out when they said that.
And you know what's funny is there was a guy we were talking about debating things about the TV title. It's like, well, they're not on TV. It's like, okay, well, this is just the belt they're bringing back. It's kind of on TV, but anyway, but this guy on Twitter, Klondike Bill, he was like, I said be a 10-minute time limit, and he's like, no, it should be 6 minutes and 5 seconds. Well, he was right.
Yeah, he called it. So, yeah. But how about a credit to the NWA for because that belt never looked prettier.
Oh, it's so nice. Yeah. And did y'all see those awesome pins? They have pins for it ready to go.
Yeah, that shit looked hot, man.
Oh my god, I want all those title belt pins.
We gotta go to Georgia.
I'm sure they're on
Mark out Mania road trip.
I'm saying it's close to all of us.
That's in the middle of all of us, I think.
True, yeah. It's
closer to me than it is, to either one of you two.
It's the furthest away from me, I think.
Yeah. we can't get Pedro to go to Houston.
Yeah. I know, right? Oh my
it's
God!
Difficult.
I have to pay for a bus ticket.
And then they had, they announced all the people that were going to be in the tournament. Ricky Starks, Caleb Conley, Colt Cabana, the Question Mark, Trevor Murdoch, Eddie Kingston, Latimer, Tim Storm, and the Dawsons. And then the world champion Nick Aldis showed up, and then
I was a little pissed at that. I was like, look at him, come on, he's got some balls.
He's being greedy, isn't he? He wants to be the world TV champ. And a nice little appearance from Nikita Koloff.
That
was cool.
And he did Shatoita.
From his time being NWA world TV champ and unified the NWA and UWF TV titles.
I do have one issue with Koloff. He didn't do the fake accent.
Yeah, he didn't. It's not a fake accent. He's just lost it.
He's been here so long.
He's been here
for long, James.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, Pedro. Come on.
He's learned how to talk American.
You ever see
He's
who's
been
that
here so
one,
long. That's funny.
who's that one actress who's on The Walking Dead? She plays like Maggie on The Walking Dead. She like grew up in the United States, but then she spent like a few years in England, and suddenly she's talking like this, and she's like, "Well, I picked it up in my time in England. I consider myself part English now."
she's
And then
in her,
sometimes her voice goes in and out of it, like
Yeah, but we all love that accent, and he doesn't do it in shoot interviews anymore and stuff like that. It would have been nice to see it,
Then they had that sit-down interview, right, with Marty Skrull and Stu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's amazing
Well,
how many amazing British talents that they have on NWA Power and in the NWA right now. In the middle of Atlanta, Georgia, and doing studio wrestling in 2019. I mean, how
it's amazing.
how amazing is
amazing.
that?
It's amazing. It is amazing. I'll take it.
And I tell you, I don't think before the Crockett Cup, I can't think of. It's hard for me to say, but I don't think that there was ever two English guys in a big, NWA world title match ever in the NWA.
Right.
Yeah, I think you're right. We'll probably have to scour all the books for that.
There's the last decade or so, you've had a big resurgence in British wrestling, and
yeah.
I mean, a lot of the very best talent right now is like from that whole English wrestling scene. So
I agree.
They're
bidding
everywhere,
too.
like in NXT.
They're in New Japan,
everywhere.
NXT, WWE, AEW, NWA. They're everywhere.
Yeah, that European scene is just producing like really great wrestlers right now. But anyways, Eli Drake came out. He had a hoarse voice,
selling it.
He's putting it over.
Yeah, then he had that hot no DQ match with
that match was actually good.
I enjoyed that one a lot.
That was a lot of fun. They had a lot of emotion, which was, I mean, that's what you wanted is you wanted more emotion and more stuff, and nobody pumps my gas.
Yeah. Hey, you know who was doing commentary on that match? Tim Storm.
Right.
And the National Treasure had some issues with his commentary and came out post-match. And we found out why Camille is no longer his insurance policy.
He was making out with Latimer in the middle of the ring.
Well, he has the wild cards with him now.
Yep.
He turned full-blown heel. They did Tim Storm wrong, man. I'm not happy with this. I am not happy. I love the whole storyline because you had the whole thing with Tim Storm. He wasn't feeling himself anymore, and here comes Aldous coming in to save the day. Said, no, you were part of the NWA. You were part of this. Everybody needs you in this. And he was getting pumped up again, and I was feeling that storyline. And then all of a sudden, they did this, and they did Tim Storm wrong.
Pro wrestling still works in 2000.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, how did you do that to Tim Storm? That was your buddy.
Hey, it's like Aldous said. For the record, there was collusion.
Yeah, I know. I mean, come on, man.
So the Dawsons were not lying.
No, they were not.
The Dawsons were not lying when they said that that's why Wildcard had to come out and jump them and beat them down so they keep their mouths shut.
So I'm assuming Tim Storm has to get back at all this and the wild cards, is he going to get the help of the Dawsons? Because that would be kind of hot.
He's got to, yeah, it's got to be the Dawsons to help.
And then how do you not root for Tim Storm in that scene? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're both in that title tournament, the TV title tournament. You could get Tim Storm versus Nick Aldis in the TV title tournament.
I have no problem with the NWA putting the TV title on Tim Storm. None whatsoever.
It's a good field. The guys that are in it, it could be just about anybody, really. I mean, they could. There's a lot they can do with it, and who knows who else is going to pop up.
I can see the TV title of Starks.
Could be on so many people.
Yeah. But I want the Mac to leave Impact and come to NWA. That's what I really want.
Whoop, whoop.
NWA had a really great week between the
review
and that episode. That it was an extended episode of Fire. They just knocked
Is
it
it
out.
me? Is it me or was that Power like really hot episode?
Yes.
Oh, it was the best. I think it was the best. It's my favorite episode so far.
Yeah.
It almost felt like it was part of the pay-per-view because it was like a big show,
Yeah.
Yeah. And who can you believe it was just an hour?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was like an hour and 11 minutes or something.
Hour and 16 minutes.
Hour and 16. Okay.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Is there Power this week? No, right?
This coming week?
I hope
I don't
not,
think so because Christmas
because
Eve.
I won't be watching it.
You won't watch it on Monday night or Tuesday? Oh, Tuesday night. Yeah.
No, I'll be on the road.
Yeah,
I'll be on the road.
It's Christmas Eve Tuesday, so I don't know if it's going to be on.
You're killing. Everybody's killing me.
I mean, I'm down to watch it. I'll punch everybody in the face on to shut up as I watch it.
I mean, I can watch it later, like in the.
You can take your Christmas ham and you can put a bow on it. Leave me alone as I watch Tim Storm, baby.
Hey, real quickly, let's touch on some other things that happened this week.
Rhea Ripley, new
NXT Women's Champion.
Hey,
that was a good match.
Yeah,
yes,
I went back and watched the whole match. That was a really good match, and that moment is like when she won and the way the crowd reacted and everything just felt like such a big moment. It felt like the biggest title change in forever in wrestling.
Yeah, that was really good how they did that. That was good. They really put it, and I felt bad for Rhea Ripley. Really was still in that arm injury too.
Oh yeah, I thought they were complete professionals. Baszler's been a great champ. She's a great heel. I think out of the quote unquote, their little Ronda Rousey group of girls, Baszler is definitely the one that gets it the most.
Yeah.
And you know why? She was doing the indies and stuff before she got to the WWE. I mean, she did Japan, she did Stardom, she did all this stuff before she got there. I thought
that main event was good. I thought it was a great match. I thought they both told the story. I thought they both worked their ass off.
And yeah, I saw a lot of people for a long time being like, "Oh, I hate it. They never take the belt off her. They'll never take the belt off her. She sucks." And then when you see the reaction to when she's finally dethroned, and it's such a big reaction, you're like, it worked. Like she did her job. Like
I thought Baszler's a great heel champion. I thought Baszler was a great heel champion. I got no issues with Baszler.
He was a great bully heel.
Yeah, she's awesome as a heel. I have no issues with that at all. None whatsoever. Hey, did you guys like the Adam Cole Finn Balor match?
I didn't get to see that one.
I did not.
Y'all would have to take that over.
No. Was it good, James?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was fast paced. You know, I know a lot of people hate on Adam Cole, but I love that guy, man. He's legit. I don't know how that man is not in the cast because the bumps he takes is brutal. You know, but I thought it was a good match, man. It was a good 25-minute throwdown, and it was fast paced. It was action. It was good stuff.
How was Kushida Cameron Grimes?
That shit was a great match, man. Because I think those two should start a program together. Because I mean, I like Kushida's good. Everybody knows he's good.
Yeah,
He's fucking good. And Grimes, I think he's excelling in NXT. I think he should get more TV time. You know, because he's good in the ring, and them two were going at it. That was quite possibly the best match of the night.
I don't remember what was going on AEW. Something was going on. And at some point, went to commercials or something, so I switched over, and I saw that Kushida and Trevor Lee / Cameron Grimes were in the ring, and I was like, no. I'm watching this AEW shit, and this is going like Kushida, Trevor Lee is going on. Like, this, so much more exciting.
Why are you watching shit when you have Shinola on the other channel? What's wrong with you, Pedro?
Yeah, AEW was not good, but I mean, it's not for me. So
everybody's gonna say, like the whole Shayna Baszler match, her losing the belt was great, but I think the Kushida Lee match was match of the night because they went at it. I think they stole the show.
Well, once again, I think that they're NXT is very good at trying to get these guys to put on good textbook matches. It's like it's like they need to understand how wrestling matches should go, and I see a lot more of that than you do on the main roster.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So cheers to them for that.
They gotta shorten shit up a little bit, because when you gotta finish to a match, do it. Don't keep it going. Don't keep the match going.
Yeah, I can't stand repeated false finishes.
I mean, you had a couple of finishes on the Adam Cole match. It was good, but I was like, oh, this is it. I'm like, no. Like here comes another false finish. But it was good. It was a good show.
The false finish overkill is just an industry-wide problem. Like every
but it's
promotion.
Ridiculous in NXT, Pedro. Yeah. It's ridiculous in NXT.
No, you're right.
It's overkill in NXT.
It's overkill everywhere, though. Bean and I watched those indie lucha shows that Mas Lucha put on, and I told you all last week, I think there was this match between Bandito and I can't remember, Arimas, and the overkill there was just like bonkers. Like they did things that people should be dead from, and they're just like popping up nothing and just keep going, and you're like, why is this German suplex thing supposed to be the finish when you've survived nuclear bombs? I don't get it.
Yep. But I'm a big fan of Rhea Ripley now. She's awesome, man. She's really good.
I've been a fan since last year.
Yeah. Ever since she won the NXT UK Championship. Yeah.
Well, when I saw her in that Mae Young Classic, she was so good. She was so good on that Mae Young Classic.
She just had a shitty gimmick in the Mae Young Classic.
And then I'm talking about the one last year.
Oh, okay. I talk about because
I didn't see the first one because
she was horrible the first one.
Yeah. But the second one, she was like just a heel, and she was so good as a heel, and then in NXT UK again, so good as a heel.
Yeah, but she was killing it, man. It was good. A lot of rumors that Shayna Baszler is going to go up to the main roster feud with Becky. Okay. And
should we talk about what happened in that TLC main event?
Ooh,
people were really hot about it on social media.
A lot of people are not giving Becky Lynch credit, but I think she deserves a lot of credit for it, which was not shown on camera, by the way. She rolled her under the apron, so to avoid getting any more damage.
She did more than that for Kairi Hojo. She was the first one, even like Asuka and the referees and Charlotte. No one noticed before Becky. Becky noticed before everyone else that something was wrong with Kairi Hojo.
Do we give Charlotte any shit for that power bomb to the table?
Well,
clearly, Kairi Sane is telling her to stop. Clearly, she's banging on her arm and everything. Like, hello, no.
My deal with it is that there's multiple spots that she wasn't okay that Charlotte was giving her before that one, but I think she just didn't know. I think she was pissed off after that because that powerbomb came after the spear thing.
Yeah,
he speared Kairi Hojo, and Kairi Hojo, fucked it up because she's fucked up.
That was the worst looking spear ever. Yeah.
And Charlotte was pissed. She slapped her across the face.
Yeah, she was mad.
And then she went to do that power bomb, and Kairi couldn't do the sit up thing.
Yeah, but she's fighting it, Potato. She's fighting it.
No, when you watch it, first she tries to sit up and she can't do it, and then it's almost like she suddenly doesn't know where she is, and she's slapping at the arms, and Charlotte Flair just picks her up and boom, does that really hard.
Yeah, she was like, "Fuck this, man!" She even said it on camera. You heard her? She's like, "Fuck this!" And bam, she slammed her right through. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Hey, before that, before Asuka knows, so if you follow the match, Becky notices what happens first. It's when I think Becky first notices when Kairi goes to do that elbow drop, and she does the apron, and it's all fucked up, and she's just laying on the floor, and you see Becky kind of have her hair cover her face, and kind of rolls through the thing, and she's communicating with Kairi. And then Asuka doesn't know, and she gets Kairi up to do some spot they were supposed to do, and I don't remember what the spot was, but they do that spot, and she could tell afterwards that something was wrong, and then Becky is informing her up at they informed the referees, but the referees didn't do anything, and people gave the referees crap for it. But other people were saying the referees get the info from backstage, so the referees can communicate with backstage. And if they're being told not to do stuff, what can they do?
I totally agree. I thought Becky did I thought Becky did the best thing. She rolled Kairi under the apron.
Yeah.
Just totally take her out of the match.
But I don't want to give Charlotte too much crap because it looks bad. But at the same time, I could see how maybe she just didn't know what was going on. You can be just not picking up signals.
True.
Where they just don't pick up signals of things going on. So
true. But when you break it down, she got hurt from that fallaway slam into the side, right? Into the barrier.
No one knows for certain.
That's what they're saying. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
They think that. Keep in mind, before all of that was the thing where she was throwing the chairs in the ring, and one of the chairs hit the ropes,
hit her,
right back into her face. Then you have the television set thing, the monitor thing hitting her in the head. Then you have the fallaway slam thing.
And honestly, what they're doing sometimes is that, and of course this is classic WWE, is that they rely on these gimmicks and things to try and create this, these dramatic moments and things. But when you don't understand less is more, and that one single thing that they can concentrate on doing is a better is a better way of getting something across than all of these spots and things that are all over the place. I mean, you can't.
Oh, I agree.
You know, when you had like, you know, Christian and Edge versus the Hardys versus the Dudleys in tag team TLC matches, you know, those were guys that were already familiar with each other in regular matches before they built to that point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on a very regular basis, and you know, you kind of throwing these girls together, and all of them are much better in the ring wrestling.
Yes, exactly.
You know, and you know,
instead of an overproduced gimmick match.
Yeah, and that's just, you know, once again, I don't think, you know, just,
well,
you know,
let's
you get shit like this.
Let's throw one other thing out there. Let's be honest. Let's throw one other thing out there. Kairi Hojo has a history of concussions going back to Japan.
Yeah, that's the other issue.
Like before she was ever in the WWE, she had a history of concussions.
Mm-hmm.
So then they should be spending, you know, extra attention to that.
That was an issue in NXT too.
So, which is a great reason to have her in a tag team, but it's not a great reason to drop her on her head and, you know, beat the crap out of her fucking noggin 30 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
I mean, she's not Bubba Ray Dudley, you know.
No.
Hey, on that NXT thing, real quick, I saw this clip multiple times this week when Io Shirai came to the ring. Some guy in the crowd yelled at her something like, "Go back to China," and then she goes, "I'm Japanese, bitch."
You know, sadly, that's exactly what Stevie Ray said to Great Muta on the commentary of the in the WrestleCade Super Show.
Really? Oh my God! What's wrong with you?
Isn't that sad?
But
that is sad.
That's terrible.
Stevie Ray.
That people would be saying that, and
why would Stevie Ray even say that anyway?
I don't know. I don't know.
What is your thought process? I mean, are you trying to get heat? Like what?
You got it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, you got it.
Hey, you're an asshole. All right, thanks.
Oh my God.
Anything else to mention from this week?
I mean, you know, like I said, you know, we're looking ahead to you know, NWA Hard Times, and you know, Hard Times, Daddy. You know, is it, you know, you got to choose between Netflix and Hulu in 2020,
or Disney Plus, or HBO Go, or
etc., etc., etc.
Yes.
I'm excited that New Japan's coming to Florida. Like, I'm still in awe, you know. I'm like,
this is something we should bring up next week. We should bring up like things you're looking forward to in the new year.
Well, I want to celebrate our entire year, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, all next week and stuff like that, because you know, I mean, I do want to repeat the performance of staying alive, because you know I got to hear you sing that, Pedro. You know.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. I'm okay. I want to thank Double Y, Double H, and Angie Ange for hanging out in the chat with us today. Thanks for stopping by, and we definitely look forward to having you on next week. Hopefully with others, but it should be a good show next week as we do our year-end wrap-up. I mean, who would have thought it, right? As you said, Zeus, issue number 75, episode 75.
Yeah, this was 75. Next week will be 76.
Yes, 76, right?
On our road to CN to 100.
Yes.
I want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. Be safe out there, but have a good time.
Everyone have a very Merry Christmas, please.
Yeah.
We will see everyone next week. So adios.
See you later. Peace. Bye, Double Y.
Oh.